If you've ever tried to claim a Bet365 promo code and it just refuses to work, you already know how frustrating that moment feels. You enter the code carefully, double check every letter, press submit, and nothing. No bonus, no reward. Just an error message or a silent rejection that leaves you wondering what went wrong. In this video, we're going to break down exactly why Bet365 promo codes stop working, what most people get wrong without realizing it, and how you can actually fix it step by step so you don't miss out on any bonus again. The first thing you need to understand is that Bet365 promo codes are not like normal discount codes you'd see on shopping sites. They are heavily controlled, time sensitive, and tied to very strict eligibility rules. So when a code doesn't work, it's rarely random. There's always a reason behind it, even if it's not immediately obvious. One of the most common issues is simply that the promo code has expired. Bet365 runs promotions in specific time windows, and once that window closes, the code becomes completely invalid. You could be using a code you found on social media or a website that looks recent, but in reality, it might have already been deactivated without notice. That's why you should always assume first that the code itself might no longer be active. Another major reason is regional restrictions. Bet365 operates differently depending on your country or location. A promo code that works in one region may not work in another at all. Even if the platform itself is accessible where you are, the promotions attached to it can still be locked to specific jurisdictions. So if you're trying to use a code that was made for users in a different country, the system will reject it automatically. This is something many people don't realize, and it leads to a lot of unnecessary confusion. Then there's the issue of account eligibility. Most Bet365 promo codes are designed specifically for new users. That means if you've ever registered before, even if you didn't deposit or place a bet, the system may already classify you as an existing customer. Once that happens, new user bonuses are usually off the table. People often try to create multiple accounts to bypass this, but Bet365 has very strict detection systems in place, and that can lead to permanent restrictions if flagged. Another overlooked issue is how the code is being entered. It might sound simple, but even small mistakes can break the process. A missing character, an extra space at the beginning or end, or confusing similar letters like O and 0 can make the system reject the code instantly. Promo codes are case sensitive in many cases, so typing errors are more common than people think. Always copying the code directly from the official source and pasting it carefully can eliminate this issue completely. Sometimes the problem isn't even the code itself, but the type of promotion you're trying to access. Bet365 often runs different types of bonuses like free bets, deposit matches, odds boosts, and cashback offers. Each one has its own set of requirements. For example, a deposit bonus might require you to deposit a minimum amount before the code becomes valid. If you try to use it without meeting that threshold, nothing will happen. Similarly, some codes only activate after placing a qualifying bet, not at the point of entering the code. Another common issue is payment method restrictions. Certain promo codes only work if you deposit using specific methods like debit cards, PayPal, or bank transfers. If you choose a restricted payment option like certain e-wallets or prepaid cards, the bonus may not trigger. This is one of those hidden rules that many users miss because it's usually written in the fine print. Device and browser issues can also interfere more than people expect. If your browser cache is outdated or your cookies are corrupted, the promo code page might not function correctly. This can cause errors even when everything else is fine. Similarly, using the mobile app versus the desktop site can sometimes produce different results, depending on how the promotion is structured. Clearing your cache, switching browsers, or trying a different device can instantly solve issues that seem complicated at first. Another factor is VPN usage. If you are using a VPN or proxy, Bet365's system might flag your connection as suspicious or inconsistent with your registered location. This can block promotions automatically. Even if the site still loads, the bonus system may not activate. Turning off VPNs and ensuring your IP location matches your account region is a crucial step that many users overlook. There's also the issue of already used promotions. Bet365 is very strict when it comes to one-time bonuses. If you've already claimed a similar offer in the past, even months ago, you may not be eligible for it again. Some users try to reuse old promo codes they found online, not realizing they were meant for first-time users only. Once a promotional offer has been used on your account, it usually cannot be repeated. In some cases, the problem is not on your side at all. Bet365 servers occasionally experience delays or temporary issues, especially during major sporting events when traffic is extremely high. During these moments, promo codes might not register immediately or could fail temporarily. Waiting a short while and trying again later can sometimes resolve the issue without you changing anything. Now let's talk about a very important fix process that actually works in most cases when a promo code refuses to activate. First, make sure you are logged into the correct account. Then log out completely, clear your browser cache, and reopen the site in a fresh session. After that, disable any VPN or ad blocker you might have running. Next, double-check the promo code from an official source and copy it directly instead of typing it manually. Once you're sure everything is clean, re-enter the code and proceed with the required deposit or action steps slowly, without rushing. In many cases, this alone fixes the issue. If it still doesn't work, the next step is to carefully review the terms of the promotion. Look for details like minimum deposit, qualifying bet amount, or specific sports or markets the bonus applies to. For example, some codes only work on football betting, while others are limited to live betting or accumulators. If your activity doesn't match the requirement, the system will ignore the code even if it is technically valid. Another smart move is to test the code on a different device. If you were using a mobile phone, try a desktop computer. If you were on an app, switch to a browser. This helps eliminate any device-specific glitches that might be interfering with the promotion system. At the end of the day, Bet365 promo codes are not designed to fail randomly. They're built with strict rules that control exactly who can use them, when they can be used, and how they must be activated. So when something doesn't work, it's almost always one of these factors: expiration, eligibility, region, payment method, or user error during entry. The key takeaway is that instead of repeatedly trying the same code over and over, you should focus on identifying the exact reason it's being rejected. Once you fix the root cause, whether it's your location settings, account status, or simple input mistakes, the system will usually accept valid codes without any problem. So if your Bet365 promo code isn't working right now, don't assume the platform is broken or that you've been blocked. In most cases, it's just a mismatch between the promotion rules and how you're trying to use it. Fix that alignment and the bonus will activate exactly as intended. And once you understand how these systems actually work, you'll stop missing out on offers and start using them the right way every time.